Congressman Roger Williams joining the show right now. Congressman, thank you so much for your time.
Good morning to you guys. Thank you for having us on again.
You bet. Let's go straight to the border. 7.2 million people since the Biden administration took over. And you hear about trying to get some things passed in Congress now and maybe get a grip on it, which I don't think can happen. But what exactly, where do we stand down there?
Well, of course, you've heard me say it, the border's worse today than it was yesterday.
Right.
It's completely out of control, but we need to start doing some things. I mean, Governor Abbott's doing a great job is spending Texans dollars. And we've got a bill we put out there last week. It's getting a lot of traction called Operation Lone Star Reimbursement Act, which basically is pretty simple. It says that Texas needs to be paid back all the expenses we've had from 2020 to 2024 to protect Texas and protect America on the border, a job that the federal government's supposed to be doing. So we got that bill going. We've got a STOP Act bill that basically says the money that we move forward, that Texas spends forward, needs to be reimbursed by the federal government and makes it a federal law. We're getting good support on it. I think there are two bills that Biden would probably veto, but they certainly will be approved, I would think, with President Trump. So we're doing some things to get the Texas money back that we've needed. We sorely need, again, money that should have been spent by the federal government we're spending here.
What sort of reaction, Congressman, do you get from Washington when you present these sort of ideas that do seem, to us anyway, pretty clear-cut and, almost like no-brainers? This is the right thing to do.
Well, it is the right thing to do, and, of course, we get good support from the conservative Republican side and not much support from the Democrats because it's totally a political issue right now, and the problem is all the time we're playing politics, Texans are spending more and more money that could be going to schools, could be going to charity, could be going to highways, because the bottom line is we all know the federal government's supposed to be responsible for securing our borders, and now we have to start worrying about the northern border. The terrorists came down from the northern border, and now they're starting to come down from there, and I saw a deal the other day where every 1,200 miles there's one border agent on the northern border. So we got a lot to do.
Congressman Roger Williams with us. We're going to take a quick time out. Congressman, hang on just a moment. We're coming back to you. Monty Cook has WBAP's traffic and weather on the ones now. It's 7:21.
Wreck at Rockwall I-30 eastbound of the Lake Ray Hubbard Bridge did clear out, unwinding there from Dow Rock. Also 635 northbound at Oates. That one off to the shoulder, but it's slow back to Town East Boulevard. In Anon, 75 southbound of Mantua Road, the right lane's blocked off, 25 to 30-minute backup to Van Alstyne Parkway. North Loop 20 eastbound at Azle Avenue. That one's off to the right shoulder. WBAP's first traffic on the ones. I'm Monty Cook.
From the WBAP Weather Center, sunny, breezy, and 72 today. North winds 10 to 20. That's still 10 degrees warmer than normal. We'll be down in the 40s tonight. We'll be sunny and mild. We'll have 75 tomorrow, 81 on Sunday, 88 to 90 on Monday. Right now, it is 51 degrees at WBAP.
Congressman, what do Democrats say when you bring up the border to them, when you talk about it being the crisis that it is?
Well, the Democrats basically say the border is secure and that if we give President Biden more options, he can shut it down. Well, he doesn't need any more options. If he'll just do the one thing that the Supreme Court backed up, it's a bill that I authored called the Stay in Mexico policy. The Border Patrol will tell you 70% of the crossings will be ended just with that one thing that he can do. But the Democrats want to believe that the border is secure, and it's hard to imagine because you just need to see it on the news or even go down there, which many of them have, which our president has not and our vice president has not. But that's the problem. It's political, and if Republicans are for it, they're against it. And it's a shame because it's the worst issue we have in our country right now is securing this border, protecting our sovereignty. We've got people, you're reporting on it. We got Chinese coming in. We've got Russians coming in. They're not coming over here for seasonal jobs. They're coming over here to America.
Congressman, what is that conversation like when you're talking to a Democrat about everything that we see with our eyes, that we have seen from citizen journalists, from people on the border, from hearing from border officials, sheriffs, everyone down there saying, we have a problem. What is that conversation like when the Democrat you're speaking to says, oh, no, it's fine down there?
Well, I mean, that's what the conversation's like, and it's hard to carry it further because they're convinced that the border's secure. We impeached Mayorkas last week because he wasn't doing his job, and they think that he was doing his job. So it's an issue that is very much divided with the idea that a lot of the Democrats think if we let all the illegal in and then they can get the House, the Senate, and the White House, they can declare all these people able to vote, and our political landscape would be changed forever.
Well, let's jump to November now. We've got two guys that are going to be running that are old, and one of them, I think, has really slipped. His mind has slipped away. I'm talking about Joe Biden. I don't know about Donald Trump, but the country is thinking both of these guys are too old. Where do we go from there?
Well, we've got a system. It's still the best system. There's going to be conventions. There's going to be primaries. And each party's going to nominate their person. I feel like on the Republican side, President Trump is certainly going to get the nomination. What the Democrats do, I don't know. I think the ones I talk to, Sally, don't want Joe Biden to be their nominee. They think they have a better choice. But, Joe Biden is the standing president. He's the incumbent. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to see a rematch between Trump and Biden. And it's already happening right now.
By any chance, do you think that the Democrats will keep Kamala Harris as the VP? I've got all these things that go through my head. Biden gets reelected. He resigns the day after he's sworn in, and Kamala's now the president for 4 years. I get all this going through my head. I don't want it there because it makes me crazy. Do you still see her as the running mate?
Well, she is the current vice president. Traditionally, we know through history, the running mate stays with the incumbent president. Yeah. So that's what they're going to happen. But here's the border czar. They refer to her as the border czar, who's never been to the border. She's been to a parking lot in El Paso, Texas, and sometimes has called the border patrol like the KKK. I mean, it's unbelievable. But she's their vice president, so I would assume she would run with him.
Congressman Roger Williams, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate hearing from you.
Thank you, guys, and God bless.